Hi, I just want to let you know why I have a problem with Juneteenth being celebrated as a national holiday instead of being just celebrated in Galveston, Texas. Now, Juneteenth, 1865, was said to have been announced by a General Granger, a Union officer. And they said that the people who were enslaved had no idea about the Emancipation Proclamation that was signed on January 1st, 1863, honoring the proclamation that was written out in September 22nd, 1862. And on December 31st, 1862, there was a night that the churches still honor called Watch Night. And that is when they prayed. The Indians, who were red, copper-colored people, and everybody else prayed for the President Lincoln to sign the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863. And when he signed it, there was a celebration where church bells rang out all over the nation in honor of that. And he and Frederick Douglass were friends. Frederick Douglass was always with Harriet Tubman, who was a Native American. Frederick Douglass was an Indian, period. They were indigenous people of this land. And so when he signed it, January 1st, there was never like a New Year's celebration like we know it today. That only happened during, after the 19th century. New Year's was always celebrated about the emancipation and church bells were rung out. You can look that up. And it was an act of Congress. So it was, a lot of the states still did not want to honor it, even though it was an act of Congress, even though it was a law. They didn't want to honor it. So they said, okay, we're going to do the Amendment 13. And so we all know now what the Amendment 13 was about. It was about still continuing slavery because of the clause that was written in the Amendment 13 that said slavery is prohibited unless you have committed a crime. Then you can go back into slavery. And a crime could consist of jaywalking, could consist of you not having a job or employment, consisted of idleness. That's what General Granger said in his statement concerning that. He said that all the slaves, even though they was free, they had to remain on the plantation and ask for wages from their masters. And you know how that went. So Amendment 13 is still going on today. And so for us to celebrate something that they knew that, Galveston, Texas was constantly getting in immigrants from Germany and other European places, because they were there for free land and free labor, okay? So during that time, the American Colony Society founded a colony, the colony of Liberia in West Africa, hoping that the Black Indians would go there so that they could get rid of some of them, because they didn't want them to be populated with the white population that was coming over, okay? And so there were free places, including Texas. In 1832, the newspaper wrote an article which included Mexico, which still included territories stretching from Texas to California, and that freed the last remaining slave population, enslaved population, kidnapped free people that were brought into slavery that had property and everything else. Okay, in 1829. Okay, and then Texas annexed itself 1848 because they wanted to expand slavery in North America. So Texas has always been a place where they practice some type of slavery, whether it is mass incarceration or anything else. So I'm trying to tell you that the people in Texas knew very much about the Emancipation Proclamation, January 1st, 1863. And Abraham Lincoln signed it. And so that it is so. And the Amendment 13 was signed January 31st, 1865, which gave us Negro History Month. It was the shortest month in the year. It was the Negro History Month. And either way, all of it is symbolism. Doesn't amount to anything but an air burger, because there's absolutely no money behind it, no policies and no treaties behind any of it. Thank you.